Hello. Hello, good afternoon, everyone. Okay.
Hello.
Hello. Okay. I trust.
No. Yeah, let's do just a sound check in the beginning to see.
Before we start, let's do if you can clearly, please. Okay. I see. Do we have any problem with camera? No good resolution, they say. Okay. Now it's okay. Okay. Perfect.
All right, we see that the number is increasing. Yeah. Hi to everyone.
Good afternoon, everyone.
So we are back together once again, and today we're going to be Elona, me, and somebody special.
Yes. Let me do that. Okay, so today I have here with me Aaron Hoja, sales account manager here at Sun Ballast, and our distributor in Croatia, Boris Tudor.
Hello.
Boris.
Well, hello. I will introduce myself and say hello to participants on Croatian.
Sure.
Ništa, pozdravljam vas u ime Solar projekta. Evo, organiziramo drugi webinar po redu već sa Sun Ballastom, na kojem ćemo vam ukratko objasniti i pokazati modele korištenja implementacije Sun Ballast elemenata za montažu solarnih panela na ravnim krovovima. Distributer smo već godinu i pol dana, imamo velik lager ovdje u Splitu, te za sva pitanja i bilo kakve upite stojimo vam na raspolaganju za kontakt. So, Elona, you can proceed with the presentation.
Okay. Thank you, Boris. Thank you for being here today. So we are happy to have you here. We will proceed with the presentation. For all of those who don't know Sun Ballast, it's such a great opportunity here to be today because we will see all the solutions and why it is the ideal mounting system for solar panels on flat roofs mainly.
Correct.
So I guess we can go on storytelling firstly. How was our company born, Erald? Can you show us the story, how everything started?
Yeah, it started back in 2012 from our owners, Maurizio Iannuzzi and his colleague Giuseppe Di Tella. They both were working in different fields. One was working in the electrical part and another one was working in the construction. So seeing that in that time, photovoltaics, they just started, seeing that installers, they were having a lot of difficulties whenever they were doing projects. So they came up with idea of creating something on their own. They were doing before installation as installers by themselves. They were trying roofs. So one day they came up with the idea having a structure which would help a lot the installers out there. So the idea of the ballast itself to play a double role, right? So to be a support for the panel, to be even as a structure, right? So it will have both on it. So you would not need to be focused a lot on adding as extra weight or buying different components. So they decided to come up with this structure and use it for flat roofs. Of course,
based on their experience.
Yeah.
Industry, they came up with a solution that it's very easy.
Correct. So that was the whole idea. The simplicity of the structure itself would help all the installers out there to do their installation.
So just facing everyday problems.
They were, of course, different problems that they're being caused in different buildings. They saw that this solution would be ideal for it. And after 10 years being on the market now, even more than that, Sun Ballast came up with another solution for not only flat roofs, but also even for pitched roofs, which we call it Sunkong. For those of you who doesn't know, Sangkong are the components that we use for the roofs with slope or the pitch roof,
Yeah,
right?
we will talk
So,
another day for that.
yeah, just an introduction. We needed to put it out there. So Sun Ballast has both solution, and a lot of our distributors are using, even for flat roofs, Sangkong for pitch roofs.
Perfect. So, and in all these years, we have this growth plan that I'm going to show you here. So to show you that we are a reliable company.
Correct.
So in these 4 years,
Yeah.
we have been reaching great numbers. So the last year plus more than 56%.
Correct. We know that 2022, there was a year with a lot of incentives out there from the government itself as well. So that was the peak of Sun Ballast from 2021 to 2022. There was, like, we saw that there was huge demands from all installers out there. And we see then in 2023 that it's a bit harder, no incentives in the market. We are still doing well. We are still coming with new solutions, and we see that the trend is just keep going up. You know, like a lot of people out there are demanding to have a concrete structures in their flat roofs.
Absolutely. So now we can say that we are present in all Europe.
Correct.
With more than 40 distributors all around Europe, and we have a new branch in United States lately.
Correct.
Where we have our distribution point and production sites as well, and we are selling almost all over the world.
Yeah, it's been a trend because we started the distribution part 4 years ago, like when it started, and now we can say that more than 40 countries, they do have a Sun Ballast material on stock, and one of them is with us today. Boris, as I explained before, Boris in his company, they do have always material available. Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, then, so saying this, we can say some of the biggest advantages of the structure of all our systems, and then we can see each solution one by one and seeing what kind of problems do they face.
Correct. So as you know, some ballast comes with different systems. We do not have only one type of ballast. All the ballasts, they come with different inclination from 0 to 35 degrees. And of course, our owners, our engineers on the team, they created different systems for all the problems that installer were facing. So starting from single row systems, starting from the connect system, sail, east, west, all this system we developed on a concrete structure, and it would be easy for you guys to use it.
Yeah, knowing the problem that you have on them.
Correct.
And going straight with the solution that Sun Ballast offers you. So we can say without any doubt that Sun Ballast mounting systems reduce up to 70% installation times, it becomes very easy to install. If any of you have seen already the installation videos, just let me show you. So
yeah, on the website you could find everything.
Think about not just words. So let's see an example of the connect system here. You see, it's very easy to install. You just put the sheet.
Correct.
Under the ballast. You position the ballast. You don't need to fix it. No need to drill to fix it. You just then install the panel on the ballast using the clamp, and it's done.
Yeah, the same idea goes, let's say, for all the systems that we have out there.
Exactly. Another video to show you. So same installation. So the sheath, ballast, just position, the module and clamps that we always provide.
Of course, according to different areas, different location, our engineering team, our technical team can always tell you if it's or not provide, if it's not necessary to use additional accessories, that we also have it in here and we provide it to you with our technical report.
But basically has a few components.
Yeah.
And it makes the installation way easier. So now we will see all our solutions. I don't know, Boris, Is there anything you'd like to add at this point?
Well, should I on English? Yeah, proceed. I would just want to add that mostly in Croatia so far we noticed that using of east-west solutions with standard 10 degrees and 60 kilo ballast is something mostly used so far. Because bigger roof area always wanted to be much more covered with solar panels, so east-west orientation is mostly used in those cases. As well, the wind is less dangerous for those solutions, so standard 10 degrees 60 kilo is something that in most cases we mostly at the moment use here. Also connect system 10 degrees, as well as a sail system 5 degrees and sail system 11 degrees.
Correct. I can confirm that because, as you mentioned, the 10 degrees, 60 kilogram is not only a ballast that's been used only in Croatia, but in whole Europe. That is the most sold ballast that we have. And Boris also noticed that when we first started cooperation back 2 years now, we saw that we did several installations together, and then he saw that the 60 kilogram ballast was something that was more used in there and was more required from the customers.
And we will for sure
I
see.
would just add, Elona, that at the same time, standard 10 degrees 60 kilo can be used in east-west as well, and only as a single row system. So if you don't like to use connect system with different particles, just to use one segment of the ballast south single row system, you can use it as well. Yeah.
It's adaptable, so you can use it as standards, you can use it, but we will see each of the system right now, and all the participants will make the difference between each of them. So it becomes easier to understand, I guess. Okay, so going from there, I don't know if you have any question, just feel free to write your questions here at the chat feature. We will answer, we are live, so and any question that arises, do not hesitate to ask.
In English or in Croatian.
Boris here that can answer your questions, so no worries. We got covered. So when we started with Sun Ballast, we were dedicated on flat roofs, and being dedicated in only one type of cover makes you have so many solutions for that, right?
Correct.
So we have all the experience in any kind of flat roofs, and we came up with a lot of solutions for each problem that our clients face, even during the installation of the panels. Even with the market growing, panels with big dimensions, large dimensions, and we have to came up with solution every time that they face a problem. Let's start now with the first system, named single row system.
Yeah, as by the name itself, they are single ballasts, right? As we mentioned even before, they come with different inclination from 0 to 35 degrees, like a really wide range of inclination. Majority of the cases, what we sell out there is 10 degrees, 15, 20, go a bit lower, according to the zone where you're installing. As we said, this system is very simple, very solid, has different weights, and it's very quick to install. Elona showed you previously a video on how easy it is to install Sun Ballast. So we see together what kind of advantages brings this type of ballast when it's single row. So
the advantage of the system is it's a versatile system.
Correct.
So you can avoid any obstacles on the roof. Being a single row, you can put it everywhere you want.
Yeah, I mean a lot of roofs has a lot of obstacles. So with standard easy, you could remove panels everywhere.
Without any problem. Like all our systems, it's very quick to install, as I mentioned. It's flexible. it's very wind resistant.
Yes.
So there are cases probably that you have to use extra accessories, but that is always decided by our technical office,
Yeah.
right? So based on that, we tell you if you should use extra weight or not.
Correct. Of course, using somebody will think, probably who never used Sun Ballast before, it's a 60-kilogram ballast. Why I need to put it on my roof when it's too heavy? There are roofs out there, very old. There are roofs out there that are quite new. So for that, we have different weights of ballast. So the 10 degrees is good to have it on different systems. So we have it as a connect system. We have it as a standard as well, which means that if you want less load in the roof, we provide you another solution. If you want to have really resistant system, you could use the standard one, or you could use the connect one, or a different system.
Absolutely. The distance between panels, between rows, with the standard system, it's fixed.
No, it's not. With the standard one, it's not fixed. We always suggest the clients to go 80 to 80 centimeters above, depending even on the panel, right? So if you're using a really big panel, actually we leave it. We have a standard on our technical details whenever we send it, that we have the distance from 60 to 80 centimeters, but that always depends on the installers, on engineers, when they see where the zone they are located. There are countries, I can say Malta, for example,
Yeah.
they don't mind on using a very small distance from 30 centimeters from panel to panel. It does not create shade. So we come with suggestion from 60 to 80 from that, but you could change it according to your engineer, according to the area where you're located.
And if you want to check the one that we suggest, our technicians suggest you for each ballast, you have even technical data sheet,
Correct.
right?
Yeah.
So you just go to the technical data sheet and you see that, for example, here the distance that should be at least 60 centimeters to not create shadow between panels, right? So they will produce more.
Of course, there are two laying of it. For standard panels, you could use it on horizontal posts, or you could use it on vertical posts. As you can see here, the distance that we left is a standard one, 60 centimeters, could go even more, could go even less, like I mentioned, according to the area where you're located. But that's our standard, and that's what we suggest to you in case if you want to do your installation. In here, you can find all the details, the dimension of the ballast, the weight, the panel that can be used. Yeah. Also, our technician or our sales agent can always give you an advice on how to use it or what to use in different conditions.
Exactly. So that's one of the reasons why this system is versatile.
Correct.
Because even the distance between modules, between rows, it's not fixed.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So I guess for the standards, for the single row system, we said almost all the advantages.
Yeah, if you want to see the other typologies that we have, you could easily go to our webpage and check all the ballasts that they are available for a single row system.
Yeah, you have 0 degree, 3 degree, 5 degree,
correct,
10, 15, 20, and 30 degree.
Yeah.
So these are all the possible inclinations of this system. And if you want to see a finished installation, you can go to installations page and see all the installations done with single row system. Okay. So here you can see all the references. And here you choose the standard system, single row system is the same one. And you see all the installations done.
I think you have Croatia as a reference as well.
You can select Croatia, so Boris will be happy. No, he won't be happy. So I guess he did all connect. Yeah. Okay.
The reference we have with Boris, I think here they are only with the connect system, but I know that he uses more the standard 10V.
So here you can see all the installations realized with a single row system.
Correct.
You can see even on ground, in any type of surface, you can absolutely use it, even in different countries. And so, okay, then I guess we are good to go with any questions until now for single row system. I don't know. Let me check around. Okay, I guess. Okay, it's okay.
Hi, Vivi.
Hi, Vivi. Okay. So Boris also told us that he uses a lot standard single row system.
Yeah.
I don't think he has something to add for now. So I will proceed with Boris. Do you want to add something for single row system, standard system?
Not really at the moment. We only did several bigger projects on shopping malls by using 0 degrees 30 kilo standard, mostly used on roofs that are 3 degrees up to 5 degrees slope. Then
Correct.
it was easy just to install it because just by adding and laying a 30 kilo flat ballast, which is then covering the roof and practically having the same angle as the roof slope, was really easy and fast to install.
Correct.
Yeah,
I would add that the sales system mostly we were using on a smaller 5 up to 10 households where we had some obstacles on the roof. So far, we didn't install it on a bigger industrial sales system, but on the households mostly.
Okay. We have a question.
Yeah. What about on an uneven ground? How this is solved without additional material? Sand to make it even? Thank you. All right. For the ground installation, that was actually one of the topics that we wanted to talk today, and I wanted before starting the webinar, I was talking even with Boris regarding it. We in our reference pages, you could see some of the installations that they are done on the ground as well. Some people will say that okay, it's ballast, it's not like fixed on the ground and it can be moved, which is correct. But what we suggest to the customers whenever they want to do a ground installation is to prepare the ground before. So as for the answering to the question that we have here, I would say that a lot of our installers, a lot of our clients, whenever they do a ground installation, these are the, Elona is showing now the pictures, these are the preparation that they do before. They could be different. Some of them prefer to use gravel on it. So what they can do when the ground is uneven, they can balance it with gravel.
Yeah.
Of course, they go over it, so they make it not to move. Some of them they put gravel and prefer to use some fabric material, which the other picture that Elona is showing us. So why the fabric material? So it has double function because in those areas where there is grass, it does not allow the grass growth, right? So it cannot reach to the panel if it goes a very long grass. Of course, some of them prefer to go on the ground without using gravel or fabric material at all. So what they do, they use like different machineries to make the ground completely flat, and then they can put some ballast straight away. One of the questions that I received more from our clients, there were areas which was not allowed to drill into it. Different type of material in the ground. Yeah, there are different industrial areas where there are chemicals, so they were not allowed to drill on it. So they had to go definitely with a structure that is not above the ground. So we came up with some ballast. I mean, we told them that okay, you could use some ballast, but you had to do this preparation before. So I guess this is the answer to the question from one of our participants. If there is something else I could add, let us know.
Yeah, it's we always suggest to prepare the terrain.
It have to be prepared, right?
To be. Okay. I guess for now, you're welcome, Abba. So another question that came to me when Boris was explaining, which is the inclination that our ballast can be used around.
Where in the ground?
The roof slope.
Boris mentioned that he used 0 degrees in some of the roofs. When we say flat roof, that doesn't mean that the roof can be like with 0 degrees, right? With no slope at all. Our ballast can be used from 0 to 5 degree slope of the roof without any problem. Then, if there are roofs that they go above 5 degrees up to 10 degrees, we could do it. Of course, our technical team needs to do the verification before. They need to check the material of the roof. They need to see what is the slope, and then they can decide if what type of ballast can be used. And there are some additional extra help. We might say that we might use, for example, we could use a type of foams which you can buy in every hardware store in your country, but we provide it as well, where it allows you to glue the ballast in the roof, right? So the gluing part could be only on the both sides of the ballast, on top and on the bottom. You don't need to glue all of it, or it can be on the center. So since we know if you don't want to use a rubber mat, a sheet on the ballast, you could use the glue. If you want to use the rubber mats, you could glue only in the center of the ballast.
In fact, I'm checking if we can find a 0 degree installation where.
I think it's one on, as far as I know, there is one in Sweden. As far as I know, there is one in Sweden which is done with Connect system with a 6 degree slope, and the guy decided to use the foam and was with a 10 degrees, I guess, Connect. So probably that is as a reference in there. You could see it and looks easier.
Exactly. And here we have application of 0 degree, you see, on a slope slightly.
Yeah, here there's no need for foam. Probably the inclination of less than 5 degrees, so you could use. And Boris did almost same things with the roof that had this type of slope.
This one is more requested when there are landscape constraints. So
correct.
The module to be thin up to the roof. It's a good solution, I can say.
It's a preference of the client. Some of them, they don't want the panels to be seen.
Fine, but even the project requires it. So, okay, I guess we said everything for the single row system. We can move to cell system.
Correct.
So cell system is the perfect solution when we have limited space on the roof, right?
Yeah.
So it comes with two inclinations, 5 degree and 11 degree. 5 degree goes up to 6 rows, and 11 degree goes up to 3 rows.
3 rows, yeah.
Right? 5 degree can be installed in horizontal and vertical poles, while 11 degree only horizontal. Of the panels. As I mentioned, it's a perfect solution for space optimization, because what we have done in this case, you see, this is the system. It's the same inclination, it's 5 degree, but we have raised the second, third, and each row to not leave space between the panels, between the rows. And in this way, we reduce the space used for the plant.
Yeah.
Correct.
Correct. It is a really nice solution, actually, because a lot of customers can have a high parapets on their buildings, and they could use the sales system as a standard one, right? As a single row. It doesn't mean that when you purchase a sales system, doesn't mean that you have to buy the whole. You could buy each of the ballast from the height that they have, right?
For example, there are cases when we had clients that had, for example, obstacles or high parapets, and they decided to get only 5.6.
Yeah, they get the last one, which is the highest.
Yeah, exactly. So it's not necessary, it's not obligatory to use it 6 rows or 3 rows for 11 degree. You can even start from the third and go up to 6, or the 2 latest rows. You decide based on the project needs. You can use each one you need.
I would like to add, we had a project where the investor has a really high parapets, almost 1 meter in height. So we used just one segment of the sales system, number 5, and created east-west solution for the whole roof. And that was the only option to avoid shadows during the whole winter periods and to make a system operates fully functional.
Correct.
So as you mentioned, this sales system is not only that can be used like this angular row with 6 different parts, but you can choose part number 5 if that height is good for you and makes your solution working well. So that's how we do it, mostly to solve problems with shadows.
Yeah.
I think we have another question from Marco Pervan. Marco is asking, do you have examples on how to ground the PV panels, right? So if Marco, if you mean how to ground, we as a Sun Ballast, yeah, the earthing, we as Sun Ballast, we provide only the equipment, is a junction plate that goes. Elona can show us with a picture, and then Boris, if you have other example, because you do a lot of installation, you could tell us the way that you guys are doing it in there. But what Sun Ballast provide is only the earthing plate, that is this one here that Elona is showing, and this earthing plate goes between the clamp and the panel. Whenever you install the mid or the end clamp, this junction plate goes in the center between them, and then you could just like screw it and you could start doing the earthing. So that's what Sun Ballast provide, and then would be the job of electrical engineer to decide how many grounding plates can it be used. Usually we suggest one per panel, one grounding plate per panel, but there are engineers out there that they suggest one per ballast. Boris, do you guys, so whenever you finish your installation, when you do the grounding, you use the junction, you use the earthing plate that we have, right?
Yeah, so I have it on mobile phone video, so I can put it here on camera if it will.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Just so to make a right connection between this epoxial layer that panel frames have, it's put to make right connection. And regarding that Marco asked, that question is regarding where your thunder protection is in distance of your solar system. Sometimes if your solar system is transpassing your thunder protection, then you need to connect it directly to the earthing plate. Sometimes you are connected directly to a grounding grounding position in a box. So it depends where your panels are in difference with existing lighting protection on the roof.
Correct. And if I may add something, this is something that is not yet in the market, but we are starting in US, but soon it's going to be even in Europe. We might change. This is just I'm just assuming. We might change our clamps into something that is converted as a clamp, as a earthing plate as well. Could be both functions. And this is still deciding if we are going to use in Europe. So it's going to be a really nice solution to have 2-in-1, right? Using as a clamp, as a earthing plate as well. But it's a completely different structure. I don't have a picture here, but later when it comes in Europe, for sure we're going to share it.
Absolutely. I guess we answered to your question,
yeah,
Marco. So let us know if it's everything clear or you have any further questions. Okay, so we are, I was showing the sales system, yes. And as I mentioned, it's the perfect solution when you have less space on the roof and you want to put maximum power on it. So there are a lot of clients that have their in their house garages as well, for example, and they say, I have this space on the roof and I want to put, for example, a high power of plant using another system. So the sales system is the perfect solution in that case.
Correct. So for those who are worried about the weight, that because the ballasts are high and then each ballast is different weight, right? The highest it is, the most heaviest is, right? So don't worry about it because we do the calculation for the load in the roof that you have. Even if it's a garage, even if it's a different type of roof, we provide you the load in the roof so you could see if you can put it or not.
Yeah. Okay. So sales system, if you have no questions, I guess it's a flexible system. For example, there are even cases where there are obstacles on the roof and you just remove one panel and it's okay.
Yeah, correct. Has a flexibility as well, the same as a single row system. You could add or remove panel.
Without problems. Yeah. It's very quick to install, high wind resistance as well.
Yeah.
And the perfect solution, as I said, in cases of limited space on the roof. And I guess we are okay with the sales system. If you want to check some of the installation done, as I mentioned before, you can go to our website on installation, just choose sales system and see all the installations done with the sales system. So see references and that will show. To proceed, we can go on with the Connect system.
Correct. One of the systems that Boris is using a lot as well, whenever is required to have a less load in the roof, Connect system is the one our agents suggest mainly. As you can see from the picture here, is not with single ballast. So this type of system comes with 3 types of ballast. So you have always a terminal one, a central ballast, and a frontal one. So you could start doing your installation from the frontal one to the terminal one and the last one, or you could start from the end. Doesn't matter, it's the same thing. As long as you add central ballast, you could keep doing or increasing the power, adding more panels. So these are the ballasts that I was showing to you, the frontal one, the central, and the terminal one. So this type of system comes with a different inclination as well. We have it available on 5 degrees, on 10 degrees, 20 degrees, and 30 degrees, right? So these are the only inclination that are available with Connect.
All in horizontal, and we have just a solution in vertical, the 10-degree vertical Connect system.
If you want to use it on vertical, the Connect system only with 10 degrees is available.
Exactly. And you said that it's the perfect solution when we want less load on the roof, right? And especially when there are heavy wind loads on the area and we want resistance system to wind loads.
Yeah, it's all connected. From the name itself, the system is all connected and this cannot move. The more panel you add, the more we will withstand the heavy winds, right? So even though the ballast, they come with different weight and they weigh less than the single row ballast, but whenever they are together, it's like they make the system more resistant, right?
So they
of course, in some cases is required to add additional accessories even for this type of system. For Connect, we have an additional weight which Boris uses as well. That additional weight is the U-shaped 30 kilogram. Yeah, Elena can show us a reference now where you can see how to place the additional weight. This one, that you can put it always on the central ballast in case you want to reinforce your system.
Yeah, based on the technical department calculations, they decide if it's necessary or not.
Yeah. We can never tell you like you need to use it without doing the calculation for if it's required. We might tell you to use it. If it's not, you could use only the ballast and that's all.
Exactly.
Yeah, I would like to add that no matter what system we use or our clients are using, we always refer them to make a verification by the Croatian static engineer, because especially in Dalmatia, where we have a really quite dangerous windy zones, and so according to and the verification of official static bureau, we add or we duplicate some positions of the ballast inside the system.
Like this one, for example, Boris, near the
For
sea.
example, yeah. So somewhere somewhere, if you have next picture, so somewhere where you have also
Double.
duplicate, you can see how they are connected with somewhere, and
The
there
junction
is
plate,
no
yeah.
option with additional 30 kilo, but that is connect system duplicated ballast, yeah. So it
Yeah.
is 30, I think that middle one is 33 kilos, so we have 66 instead of 33.
Correct.
Yeah.
I can confirm it. Yeah.
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 Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
As you can see, like in all the references, in all the systems or installation that have been done, one thing that it comes in your eyes, it's like the system, it looks very clean, it looks very neat, right? You don't have a lot of accessories laying around. You don't have I'm not saying that the other mountain structures are bad, of course not. Just with Sun Ballast, there are less components and make the system looks, not even from the view, right? Whenever you see it, it looks very clean,
Clean.
no cables around. Is something that some customers wanted, right?
Yes, exactly. There is really straight lines.
Yeah.
Okay, I
Aesthetical.
guess. What about the load on the roof?
Yeah. For this one, as I mentioned, we do the calculation with Connect. Usually goes 15, 20, 25 maximum according to the area where it's installed. Could go even a bit further, but what is the standard that we say? Connect goes 20, 25 kilograms per square meters, which is something that 99% of the roofs can hold it. You would use it.
Of course, if you need more
Yeah.
weight, it can be added.
And Boris mentioned that they have to, after receiving our technical report, they always reconfirm it with the statics in Croatia, and they verified if it's okay for the area or not.
Perfect. Okay, then we saw even some installations.
Yeah.
If you want, we can see even a video of installation here. So we give the idea of installation as well. This one is Connect system. Here. You see, as you see, it couldn't be any easier, I guess.
The idea is the same, right? The Connect is only the 3 types of ballast.
Frontal here,
Yeah.
central, and terminal here.
And I can confirm it because I see a lot of attendees here. Some of them, they are our clients. Some of them, they are our distributors as well. And they've been using the system, and they can confirm it with me that this is very simple to use. Yeah, for sure.
The pieces are lighter.
Yeah.
So
I guess we could move.
It's transport cost.
Yeah, of course. Less weight means less transport cost.
So it's it's an economic solution, I can find.
But for that, you guys in Croatia, you don't need to worry about it because Boris keeps, I think, thousands of ballast always available, so you could do.
I guess he confirms in silence.
I guess we can move on with the other system because we don't want to keep you guys like way too long. Why Boris is laughing now because I don't know how much stock he has in there.
No, we like to keep bigger stocks, especially with standard, mostly because mostly we are using that. We also have a Connect Sail and 0 degrees, as well as additional ballast with 30 kilos, so it can be done whatever. So, but it's very fast because we have a nice warehouse here and a good carrier, so that we can distribute it all around. Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, then we explained to you the sales system. We explained the Connect system, and after we had these 2 solutions, we came up with a solution that it's the Sail Connect.
Correct. So this is the mix between the Connect system and the sales system. This type of system actually comes available only with one inclination, which is the 5 degrees. The only difference, as you see on the picture in here, you have another additional ballast added on the Connect system, which allows you to connect two panels next to each other, right? So you could add more power of using the five cell connect system, right?
So it gets the principal advantages of the cell system and the connect system. So it's more wind resistant and the space optimization as well. The cell system. So to see it better, here are the pieces of the cell connect system. Here's the technical data sheet of the system. Here, sorry, probably here. Okay, this one.
Yeah, all the dimension, the weights are mentioned in there.
And this is the way it is installed. So frontal, the central middle one, this is the central one, another central middle, and here is the terminal one. So it's the perfect solution if you want even the space optimization and even the advantages of the connect system, that is the wind resistance. It's a perfect solution, I guess. Okay, if everything is clear, I guess we can proceed with another system. And it's east-west system.
The east-west system, as even Boris mentioned, are our single row ballast. Easy. You could just like turn the ballast back to back, and you could create a east-west configuration.
It's very easy. So you can use all the ballast of the single row system, like 3 degree, 5, 10, 15, 20. So you just put them back. You have in this way east-west system.
Also the ballast of the sail system, which are those from 5 and those from 11. Do you want to use the highest one Boris mentioned? You could do an east-west configuration easily.
Exactly. And if you have a client that has done sail east-west system.
Yeah, correct. Like use all the sail, and then it came up like really nice. It looked like a roof when you see it from above. You know, it looked like a roof because it was like really long, but really nice solution.
Yeah, perfect solution. It's a perfect solution in case we want space optimization. And in case we have a non-optimal exposure of the building. So you can't put the panels on oriented by south as usual, and you have to use the east-west system. This is the perfect solution.
Yeah, according to the area where you are, the building where it's located. If you have another big building in front of you, or I don't know, trees, if it's like a residential house, that will create shades to your system. East-west configuration is something that we suggest and can generate more power.
So there are different ways of how installing an east-west system. You can use it without leaving space, or you can leave space for maintenance. It depends on the project. What we can also say is that what can we say else?
Well, I mean, the thing is like the main inclination used for east-west. I mean, out there in the market, people usually go for 5 degrees or 10 degrees. Max, they could go up to 15. Like 20, 30 degrees is not the inclination that you can use it for east-west. So 10, that is the most chosen one. Then some people, they prefer to use less low inclination to go to 5 degrees and do it. So 10 degrees, I would suggest to everyone to use for a east-west configuration.
In fact, it's also a perfect solution because you don't need extra accessories.
Not at all. With this system, I think it can withstand winds up to 150, 150. It's proven by all our wind tunnel tests that we've done to all our ballast, and we are
to back makes the system more.
Yeah, of course the load will increase. It's not going to be the same as you have it with a connect system, but as I mentioned, we can always provide you that.
Yeah, so it's very easy to install, fast to install. You reduce the installation time up to 70%, and it's even the cost per kilowatt, it's that drastically reduced. And I guess Boris can say even more for east-west system because he loves this system, I guess.
Well, yeah, we already explained that in most cases, a lot of developers and investors want to fill up the whole the roof, and you can achieve that by using east-west raster. So the best solution is using ballast. I would just only add that, for example, in difference in Croatia, we have, according to northern part and southern part in Dalmatia, where wind zones are much higher. So on northern part, we with let's say with 60 kilo east-west, it's totally enough to be wind protected. In Dalmatia, on the very edges, according to micro locations and according to, of course, what static engineers verifies to you, mostly we need to duplicate some positions or to add additional 30 kilo ballasts on it.
Yeah. Here we have even an example of your
Yes.
installation. In fact, Boris.
This installation also on, it was windy area, island of Brač. It's a duplicated ballast.
Correct.
Even, yeah, duplicated ballast on most of positions, as it can be seen. Almost every position, because the sea is close, all micro conditions were at that level that the winds were really in red totally. So we duplicated, but we achieved the goal. The system is installed.
It's like 250 kilowatt peak, so it's kind of a big installation, right? And in that area, of course, sometimes required to add additional ballast.
Yeah.
Here is another one with additional weights.
Yeah, here. So it's a good system even to avoid the obstacles on the roof, because you can continue.
Yeah.
Another example. So we have you have a lot of examples on our website. You can see the systems without.
I guess even Boris on his website has a lot of references with different type of inclinations, different type of systems. I know Boris tried almost all of them. I think all of them, all of the ballasts that they are. So this is the website. Elona is opening, and there you could see references from Sun Ballast, and you could see all the installation, not all, but I think a good part of it that Boris installed with Connect, Vela, Standard, all of them.
So you can consult them. You can see anytime that you'd like to see examples of the installations.
Yeah, we had here even smaller systems on residential homes up to bigger systems on the shopping malls or industrial centers.
So this is a small one with cell system.
Yeah.
Nice one on a gravel roof.
Yeah.
We will mention later, as soon as we finish with the solution, the type of surfaces that you can install Sun Ballast. Okay, then I guess we are good to go with another system. The novelty of this year, we have two solutions, in fact.
Correct.
NoFlex and Industrial XL. So let's go. Let's proceed firstly with NoFlex and then proceed.
So NoFlex is one of the latest system we launched this year, knowing that in the market there are coming bigger and bigger panels out there, and with the time, all the installation that they've been done out there, not only with Sun Ballast but different type of mountain structures, installing in a horizontal pose for a large panel sometimes would cause some incidents, sometimes would cause flexibility of the panel. So in that case, happened even with Sun Ballast, right? So installation that they've been done in 2019, 2020, some client was coming back to us and telling that, okay, what is a solution for a large panel, because I have a large panel installed by you, so how can we avoid the flexibility of the panel? So we came up with this solution, which would allow you to add another central ballast on the center of the panel, right? So so we all know that with whenever we request the details from all the project, we get the technical data of the panel, right? So we want to see the dimension of it. Whenever we see that it's big, sometimes we require the installation manual. We require this because some reasons. Some panels has the fixing points differently. Some panels, they can be fixed only on the sides. So with no flex system, it allows you to clamp your system from not only 4 clamping point, but now with 6, right? So 2 in the center and 4 on the sides, which we usually do with standard ballast or standard panel, right? So with no flex, it's easier. We created this. Elona probably can show the accessories. I think it's these are the accessories that they come. It's a junction plate with bolts, washer, and cage nut. These are the accessories. They come as a kit all together whenever you order it, and they are in 2 different shapes. The I shape that is used for the standard ballast, and then is the L shape, which is used for the Connex system.
Yeah, that's true.
Very easy to use. Of course, you have all the data and the technical data sheet with the dimension of the plate, how you can use it, but we suggest it, of course, to avoid all this incident that might happen to your panel, right? So to make the system more resistant, we suggest you to use this one. Of course, it will increase the weight on the roof, but the system will be more secure and will, of course, avoid the use of any additional weight that we must add. In case if we had additional 30 kilos, now we do not use it anymore. We add only a central ballast, and it's used.
Also, using NoFlex, we respect the support parameters of all the panels.
Yes, correct.
And we avoid the central bending of the panel because with the time that passes, even for example, because of the wind.
Wind and snow as well. Snow is one of the factors that can damage the panel more in some areas. When it snows, the panel, the large panels can tend to bend like easier, and that will cause a lot of damage, right? Even on economical view, like the client will come and say, I have to buy new ones, I have to replace them. So we always suggest to use the no flex in case. So like this, you could always sleep like calm at night. You don't need to worry about your system.
Exactly. So NoFlex is the perfect solution when we have large dimension panels, and we want to respect the parameters given by the module producers, and we want to avoid the central bending of the panel, increasing the fixing points from 4 to 6.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, I guess we gave the first solution for large panels this year, and we said we have two plates, one for the Connex system and one for single row system. You can see here they are different because even the systems are not the same, and they are all approved even by the biggest
manufacturers out there. Yeah, you could see the names in here. We don't need to mention because we know you guys all been using at least one of those panels, so
they are all approved.
Correct.
Okay, I guess we are good to go with NoFlex. Let's go now with the novelty of the latest novelty for large dimensions panels. It's the Industrial Excel system. What is this, Sarah?
Yeah, Industrial Excel, well, from the name, it could mean a lot of things, right? So we came up with an idea of creating a new solution for you guys on the Connex system, right? What does that mean? So we wanted for the large panels to do a system where when we say that we're going to use NoFlex, some people will say, I'm going back because there is a lot of load in the roof. So some people would say, no, there is an additional cost on it. So studying it, our technical department, our department of research and development, they came up with this type of system. What is Excel? Excel is come from the name because there is a central ballast which is longer than usual connect central ballast, and allows you to use your panel, the large panel, on vertical posts without adding additional ballast on it. So we have it available only on 5 degrees, and the studies are being done for it. We wanted to generate and do another inclination for it, but for the moment, 5 degrees is the inclination that we are providing. So there are 3 types of ballast, even with this one. As you can see, the frontal one, the central one, and the end one. So even here, the weights change a bit from the connect system, the one that we usually use. These are a bit more heavier, but it allows you to use your large panel without additional accessories.
So we can say for sure this is a system that reduces the cost of
Definitely
big projects.
Yeah, big time. This project, if you want to, that's why the name is industrial. So use it on big project that you have it for your industrial areas or industrial roofs that you have out there. We would suggest you to go with Industrial Excel. Of course, on 5 degrees, if it's necessary, you could use it on 5, but if not, we could suggest you another solution.
Yeah, perfect. So this system will be available from the end of this month.
Yes, correct. December, it will be the day that we're starting producing, but we're going to start delivering on January, since we know December it will be mostly holidays, and in January, whenever we open the transportation, we will start sending out even the Industrial Excel, and that's what I was telling to Boris even before, that Industrial Excel could be one of the solutions used in Croatia for large panels, and for those areas which are Dalmatia, for example, which is affected by heavy wind, you could go for Industrial Excel.
So we can say that it also, even the system respects the fixing points of the panel.
All of it, yeah. Of course, it's already been checked, already been tested with different panel manufacturer, and it respects all the fixing points for it.
Great. So it's the perfect balance between quality, cost, and performance.
Yeah.
Without any doubt. Okay, then I guess.
I'll not talk anymore because I want guys. I mean, since it's not been used before, I want them to try it before going on the end of it. So why not even with Boris? Let's probably we'll try one of the project in Italy. I think we've been selling a few of them. They are not installed, but they are sold already. And I want this system to be tested also from our distributors out there. Could be a good solution. Of course, from economical point of view, this helps a lot.
Absolutely. Okay, then I guess we said a little bit of all our system, of all our solutions.
Yeah.
And now we can get back and talk for a very important part of our company.
Yes.
It's the technical department. Okay, perfect. So how does it work with the technical department at Sun Ballast?
As you know, Elona, Sun Ballast is known also for every project that we send out there is known for the details that we provide, not only from the customer support that we have, but also from the technical part of it. Each of your project that is being sent to us or is being sent to our distributors or to Boris and all this, they will receive our quote with the technical department. Our team in here has, I don't know now the number, it increased a lot lately. We have more than 15 technicians that they work daily with the project. So what do we provide whenever we request whenever we get a quote from our customers? So there are several data that usually we ask in order for us to provide you the report. Those data could be the address of the installation. Is very important because with that we could do the load calculation, the wind calculation of the area. Apart from that, we request the typology of the panel that is being used. So we want to know the dimensions, the height of the building, height of the parapet, typology of the roof, what type of material is, and what else. I mean, these are a DVG or a CAD drawing of it will be very helpful for us to give you an exact number of ballots. So like this, you could generate your quote.
Perfect. And once collected all this data, what do we do then?
So after we get all this data, we send it to our technical office. It goes delivered to our technicians, and they will start doing the project with their program. So they'll go using the program that they have for Euro 1 wind calculation. They use it, they check the address with the coordinates provided. They start doing the report on a CAD drawing, and then they will start adding all the calculation. That includes the wind load, that includes the load in the weight in the roof, of course, other calculation if it's required from customer. So yeah, here you could ask those details even on our website, of course.
So providing all this information, as you said, you can send it to us.
Correct.
As you mentioned, you send it to the technical office.
Technical office generates the report with all the calculation, sends it back to the sales agent, which will forward it to distributor, right? In this case, we forward it to Boris. Boris checks it, verifies it with the engineers out there, with the statics in the country, and goes to the end client.
To the end client, yeah. Perfect. And as you mentioned, in the technical report, we have the technical drawing of the system. We have the
quote. Yeah, the quote, the bill of material, the size and calculation. So each project will have the ballast, and the ballast will have all the dimension, weight, as Ilona showed even previously. The technical report can come in different ways. Sometimes we do provide a simple report only with a layout in case we are missing details. That's why it is very important to have all the details on it. So like this, we could give you a full generated report. If we are missing data, we'll provide you just a simple report. That means we'll have just a layout of it without calculation, without wind, without load in the roof. So all these data are necessary or mandatory for us to provide you a full report.
Perfect. So it's very easy. You just fill in all the.
For the questions, you could always you could go by reaching us by mail or phone support. Of course, our agents out there, they could help you, assist you with all technical questions. Then if there is something more advanced regarding engineering and all this, we always provide a consultation with our technicians. Not on site, but through online. But if it's necessary for big projects, we've been having cases that we went on the site to verify and check.
Yeah.
To check the details.
Yeah, that. And in your case, being in Croatia, you can always contact Boris.
Yeah, correct. So Boris is the reference in Croatia, our distributor, which I guess now, since it's been quite many years, I guess he knows same as us, or probably even more than us, regarding Sun Ballast structure. I can vouch for it. Right?
Yeah, of course, of course. We are originally Sun Ballast. They are our branch in Italy.
Makes sense.
Good one.
So yeah, I guess from the technical part, you will receive it from us. You're gonna have another confirmation from Boris that he's gonna send it to you, and then why not? Just put it on the roof and move forward with another one.
Yeah, but basically, it's a very simple process, and the inputs consist of layout of the panel, dimensions of the panel, height of the building, and the height of the parapet. Of course, location of the project is needed, and if there is some special demand, what ballast you want to use, and that's it. Most of the end clients and our partners send those inputs to me, then I forward it to Herald, and then he do the magic behind the scene, and then he return everything with wind report and technical explanations to me. Then we send it to verify with the static official department here in Croatia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great. I guess, do you have any other question? Probably if you guys want to know Of course, the question could be done even after the webinar is finishing.
Absolutely.
So you could send us a mail. You have Elona can share with us the contact details that we have. You could reach Boris straight away by mail or by phone. You could reach any of us in here, me or Elona. Elona, like we said, can take care even from technical part, can take care even from the marketing purpose. If you guys want to know something about marketing for Sun Ballast, you could reach her directly. She will assist you with everything.
And if you have sales questions,
You could go to Boris.
You could go to Boris.
Yeah, thank you. I would like also to say on Croatian, htio bih vam se zahvaliti evo na sudjelovanju na ovom webinaru. Nadam se da vam je bilo zanimljivo, interesantno i da ste neke stvari koje vam nisu bile jasne vidjeli. Za sva dodatna pitanja i bilo kakve informacije stojimo vam na raspolaganju, ja i moj tim ovdje u Solar Projektu. I u svakom slučaju za bilo kakva pitanja se slobodno nama javite. Yes, Errol.
I would like to add something because we have one of our distributors in Netherlands, which has a question for you. Actually, he's saying, how does Boris motivate his mechanics because of the weight of the ballast? So how those who distribute the ballast on the roof?
How do you motivate them?
In Netherlands, he's saying it's the maximum weight per person is 25 kilograms. So how do they carry it in your roof? How do they distribute it?
How do they carry? Well, there are several tricks, but the easiest one is to use those in supermarket. They are mostly red in color. You know, when there are a lot of bottles on those sticks, and they carry it through the shopping malls.
Like a small trolleys.
But with big rubber tires. And then you have also the bigger trolleys with 4 tires. And you can find it in Bauhaus, very cheap. And then you can put more loads. Also, some installers are using the M8 screws with the holes.
Correct.
And just like in your video, putting the
we have a video demonstration which you can see it, the way that they could carry 2 person could carry one ballast and distribute it. I know there is this question between me and Peter went like times ago, like we've been discussing this, how can we hold the ballast because of the weight that the maximum to carry is 25 kilograms in some countries. So yeah, Boris gave his answer. There is another solution that we have it on video demonstration. If you have other suggestions how to do it, Peter, please feel free to share it with us so we can use it.
Okay,
yes,
so,
I mean, there is no option that one guy can carry 60 kilos by hand, and that there's no need.
There's no need. Okay, I guess for further questions, okay,
Thanks, Peter.
Thanks, Peter. Then I guess we are at the end of the webinar.
Yeah, correct. It's been like 1 hour and 15 minutes that we are together, and thank you, appreciate it. Thank you to all that you stayed with us and listened for 1 hour and 45 minutes, or 30 minutes, whatever we did. So it's amazing to see that the attendees have interest, and please let us know, send us a mail, call us in case you have more questions, or if it didn't come in your mind, we are here to support you.
Absolutely. So just call us, send an email, and we will answer to your questions. Or you can contact Boris directly. Here you have his contact details.
Yeah.
Ask him for an offer, and he will be ready to assist you. With his colleague as well. We didn't present him.
Tomo.
Yeah.
Hello.
Tomo does not talk a lot. He just works. Yeah.
I'm just working. I don't have time for anything else.
All right, guys. Thank you once again, and see you on the next webinars. I don't know if you're going to do in December, on January. So we are on January, and
we can wish all of them.
Yeah, happy holidays to all of you. I know it's a bit early, but I don't think we'll see together on webinar for December. So happy holidays and see you soon.
See you soon.
Thank you guys.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, Boris.
Bye.
Bye. Take care.